Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Maury Crossing and today we're going to be doing a little bit more of Muggle London and also the entrance to the Ministry of Magic. All those good things. Let's just get right into the build. Originally I was going to be doing the interior of the Ministry of Magic, but actually this build turned out to be a lot bigger than I thought it would be. So I start off doing a canal area, which was the main kind of basis of this build. Like, it was what I started with. Because the river mouth at the front of my island is so prominent, I decided that I needed to do some sort of water feature with it. So I've got the bridge just at the front, and eventually I'll have a bridge connecting this area, which I did in a previous build, which is the entrance to my Diagon Alley area, to the leaky cauldron, if you will. I'll link the video to that right here. Yep, here's the bridge. And I start off with this tile, which looks a bit dark right now, but once like everything gets put together, I feel like it really works really well with this bridge. I haven't really used this red brick bridge. I'll get there eventually. Very much on my islands, and I really like it. It's really pretty. And here comes Shep giving me a cafe uniform, and he knew, because right here is where I'm going to be making the cafe. How did he know? I should really put that down. I actually didn't during this build, but now rewatching it, I think I'll put that cafe uniform down right there. And moving on to the second floor, I like to cover all of my tiles on the second floor because with the snow, I can't believe it still is snow. Oh, I started this island in December because I had no idea what to do with the snow, and I was like, a Harry Potter island, and it's now summer. Oh my god, it's taken me so long to get to this point. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The snow makes it really obvious if there's a gap, whereas I think with the grass, I feel like it's more easy to blend things in. So yeah, that's why I covered the entirety of the upper area. And the lovely Deirdre, always hanging out. Deirdre and Marshall. No, sorry, that was Shep. I'm a little blind apparently. Yeah, so I start putting the different designs, custom designs on the simple panels. I forgot the word for simple panels just then. It's kind of a variety of different time periods. I'd say they're still all either English or European style designs, but all different time periods, all different kind of mashed together, which I feel like a lot of London is. That although there's a lot of historic parts that do look very similar, like all the buildings look very similar, there's a lot of places that are a big mishmash of different time periods, like cultural influences, that kind of thing. I recently found this cafe, like kind of window you can see to the left there, and I absolutely love it. I'm definitely going to be using that more in the magical realm as well as the Muggle realm. I'm going to try and have a bit of a distinction though, because I don't think I'm going to use the red brick one you can see just here with the windows in Diagon Alley or any magical place, because I just want to have that kind of distinction between the Muggle world and the magical world. And up here, I don't know if that's going to be someone's balcony or if there is a second story to this cafe. I'm not sure what my lore was behind it, but yes. And I'm using the loft bed, not the bunk bed. It's a very specific distinction because this one you can custom design the bed sheets on it, and I feel like it just looks great. A lot of this kind of European style buildings in this build are inspired by the amazing Nico. I toured her European island, I don't remember, about a month and a half ago. And yeah, just so much inspo from her, honestly. I will link the video of that and her Instagram in the description. And I felt I have a lot of extra like art on this island because this is my original island. If you don't know, I have two islands. I have my Harry Potter island, this one, which is my original island that I've had since my birthday, so just over a year now. So I have already completed my art collection and I have a lot of art left over. So I've used a couple of statues in this build. And here is where I decide not to do I was going to do a makeshift bridge across this canal just here, but then in the end I decided just to have a little viewing platform there, and on both sides actually, kind of like a river dock on one side and a viewing kind of platform area / seating place to hang out. And we have lovely Avery hanging out with us. Do you find, I say this in every speed build, but honestly, whenever I'm building anything, that's where my villagers come and find me. Not when I'm trying to find them, specifically. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of a modern London looks kind of / old London look, because I feel like a lot of the items that are in Animal Crossing really lend themselves to kind of an older feeling vibe, at least. Actually, I think both in Japanese items and in European, in inverted commas, Western style items, I feel like they usually lend themselves to a kind of older, more refined look. A lot of the items, although there are a lot of abandoned items too, of course, which I will also be using in this area later in this video. And here I'm doing yet another cafe. This cafe is supposed to be the kind of a representation of the cafe that Harry, Ron and Hermione escaped to in the 7th book. Although that's a greasy spoon, so kind of the opposite of this kind of posh, pretty cafe. It's just a kind of reconstruction, and maybe in front of this area I will have some Death Eater's robes just to kind of symbolize that a little bit more, but we'll see. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here, basically on the right hand side is Privet Drive. So this is an entirely kind of Muggle area from the front of Resident Services, actually. It's all Muggle area. And I think I'm going to continue that to the left as well. I'm going to do Malfoy Manor, which is in Muggle England. And then it's going to go back. The back is where the magic is. So yeah, what was I saying? This area is going to be a kind of back alley area, because I felt like having a construction area next to Privet Drive means that people can't go that way necessarily. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the direction of my how people can get where on my island, but yeah, that's a construction area. So to the left of this, to the right of this, to the left of Privet Drive is going to be this back alley / construction site, because I want the Ministry of Magic right there. That's what the warp pipe is going to go to. But yeah, basically this is the original entrance before they got taken over by Voldemort and all the Death Eaters. Basically, you could only get to the Ministry of Magic if you couldn't get there by Floo Powder, by going through this phone box, which is, I think you used special tokens and you told them why you were coming, because that's how Mr. Weasley and Harry get there for his trial, and also when they go to try and save Sirius Black. I was originally thinking of making a toilet entrance, which is how they get into the Ministry of Magic when they try and sneak in again the 7th book, as different people. They stand in a toilet, and I thought that'd be quite funny to have an entire toilet stand and behind is a warp pipe, but I didn't really feel like it quite fit the vibe. And we start work on the left side, which I wanted to be similar to both the area behind it and the area we just built, but I kind of wanted it to be a bit lower in height so that we're coming out of the kind of city area, and to the left we'll get into more countryside England or Britain, wherever whichever part of the country. Well, this is London, so it would be anyway. I digress. So it's to sort of transition out of it, and you can see to the left, for mini games I made an obstacle course that has now been taken down after I finished the build, because I'm really excited to do the next area, which will be Malfoy Manor, or maybe actually I think it'll be Godric's Hollow, so some kind of little graveyard and maybe a destroyed house is my plan for the next build on this island. And you can see we're using some more of the sort of overgrown ones as well, just to kind of symbolize that we're coming out of the city, because I find it really hard to do transitions between areas. If you guys have any ideas on how you transition from like a city to a town, or town to a countryside, or city to a countryside area, I would be most grateful, because I guess I'll just experiment, but I can't think of a way to do it naturally, to be honest, other than maybe some trees. I wanted to have this little area where like 1 or 2 people could sit. It was originally going to be kind of a viewing platform, but I thought that instead it could just be a picture spot where you can take a picture with a friend. So I put a bench there and a little plant behind. And as you can see, we only have 1 story on like 2 squares, and then the rest is just 1 story high. And I've got to add plants because plants are the best, just like in real life. I actually recently went to a plant nursery and got myself 3 kinds of succulents. Well, 1 kind of like mixture kind of pot of succulents, and then I have like a snake plant, and I always forget the name of the last one. I will put a picture here. If you guys could let me know what kind of plant this is, I'd be most grateful. Here, back to the game. Here I'm just putting the final touches on it, and here we go. So this is the final look at the area. We have this little pier area, I guess. I might do a few things to that. Again, if you've got any ideas for that, please write them in the comments, because I would really appreciate that. And we have this area with the 2 bridges, which I really like. I really like this area. I feel like I haven't put too much down. Although it is quite cluttered. I'm really happy with the balance, and I feel like I've chosen things with specific colours in mind. I feel like I haven't gone too crazy as I usually do. For example, with the camping area I've got at the back, it needs to be redone. I went too crazy with the colours. I'm just gonna move this because it's kind of in the way. I wish that we could get it closer to the fences. I wish the fences were only like half an area wide. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to help support me and my channel, why not become a member? If you hit that join button, it'll give you all the information of the perks that are available right now. A big thank you to all of my members. Here are my VIP golden tea leaves. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!